Where did I get the crash font? I think it's called superwumpa.font.com. Rude Awakenings, the Gatekeepers or something. No, that's fucking Hit the Road and Jetboard Jetty. Rude Awakening is just the first level, and that always sucks.
Crash! Quick! We must go!
You're gonna wait until 18 to stream so you don't get in trouble. Who the fuck's gonna care? I don't think anybody's gonna care if you swear. The parents. Fair. Just don't swear on stream. That hot and negative zero right there. Hell yeah. I didn't want the mask anyway. Yeah, a good mic is very important. The first mic I used was like mono, and it sounds horrible. Like you go back to clips of back then. Oh god, it sucks. I did not space that long. So if I hold jump there, I'll just land. loud in my ears for some reason. Just heading for Frank. Frank's still like 2 levels away. He's safe for now. No, still wasn't even paying attention. It's always for now. He gonna die. Yeah, it's probably better than burning it on the end, because I have not figured out how to skip all 3 of those sharks, if you even can. So I might as well just burn it on the second to last set, just to get a slide spin, like a whole skip. Can no one stop this crazed madman on his path of destruction? Coming for Frank. Oh, Frank's in this level. Yeah. Well, Frank about to die. Always scary. I'm dumb. I do love having a million years to save and hit the road. Tune in October 24th with a pint of beer or 2. Oh hell yeah! It's gonna be on different channel. It's not gonna be here, but I should probably put that in the command actually. I think it's CSUDH Esports is the channel that it'll be on. Yeah, I know it mentions the schedule, but I don't know how many people actually click the link to the schedule. That was really slow. I had to go like a little slow there, because otherwise you could run into that electric fence. It's so much better. Fucking. Frank deserved it. What made it look so easy? That one's easy. I really hate that the chains are a thing. Frank still deserved it. Take it on the way back. The entire boxes were sneaky. Yeah, I thought it was pretty clever, honestly. Dude, I'm so good. I didn't even need it.
Oh, yeah!
Are you ready? Start your sabotage!
Yo, Costume, thanks for the good luck.
Prepare for a beating, Bandicoot. You're ruining my solo! Stop it! Stay away from me! Don't like death metal!
That might have been bad.
We'll do this the hard way.
I think it's fine. It was a little fast on the slide spin.
Will you stop it?
It wouldn't really make much sense for Megamix to physically appear in the world, considering he's a fusion of 4 other characters. But I suppose you can make the argument of like alternate timeline Megamix or some shit. I mean, yeah, but I feel like at that point people are looking a little too deep into like references and such. Like, it doesn't really surprise me that he didn't make a physical appearance, considering he had nothing to do with the story. Oh fuck, I didn't practice the thing here. Forgot there's actually, you can like land on that thing. So that is full skip. I was up against that. I mean, like, the cameo on the poster was enough. Like, you didn't need to physically appear, because, again, that really wouldn't make much sense. I was not sure that was gonna work.
Eyes on target.
Sob 120. I mean, that's loadless. How's load remover? Yeah, it's working fine now. don't think there are dev ghosts. I think the ghosts stop at plats. I guess. There are dev ghosts? Really didn't seem like it when I was doing them, but... The ghosts were always weird to me in terms of how they work. Probably, but you know, Engine probably deserved it. I guess I'll just burn both of them there. I'm gonna find a way to skip this boss, please. Speak of the devil. What's up, Illumina? Cock. Safe now. Is there a site for Crash 4 Time Trial Wars? It's being made, but it's not a thing yet. I mean, Frank was his favorite minion. Supposed to land on the TNT. Probably still.
This dimension was quite peaceful when I arrived. Unfortunately, my potions had some murderous effects on the inhabitants.
Next week off, for so put more time into it. Yeah, it seems pretty solidly tightened up, which is tragic.
Resort to live tests for my experiments, but you know, omelets, eggs, superpower potions, marsupial, I mean, other animals. What
went wrong here? Oh, I died. Yeah. Hit the TNT. Forgot about that. Man, have a good night, Goober.
Look at us, just like the old days, working together against those who keep us down and humiliate us by forcing us to pick out our own birthday. I can't say I see the appeal of all that jumping you do. Perhaps I don't have the right body for it. Yeah.
Not gonna work. That fucking worked. What the fuck? Fucking spin, will ya? Have I gotten 106%? I still need the perfect relics, so I have 104.
Any guesses on your reward? I'll give you a hint. It's something you've had before. Once I perfect my potion, I'll be strong enough to defeat anyone, even Court. I test my might against this formidable foe.
I feel like I'm getting close to that. It's my favorite level menu in the Crash games. I think the dimensional map is fine.
You make a good team. If you survive my trial, if you enjoy your reward, then we will make an even better team. Yes, sir.
The mask. Yeah, that was enough.
Let's go!
The water run mechanic is cool. I just wish it wasn't slow. Yeah. Most of that time loss was probably just the slower setup just to avoid getting blown up by the nitros. Yeah, I think the dimensional map is fine.
Just stay put while I test this. Hold still. For science! Fuck the face!
Yo, never more. Missed much? Not too much. I did practice for the first hour.
Stop spinning. You're making me dizzy. Fly, my gelatinous fiddlesticks. Enjoy your trip. This one has extra botulinum. Yes, ooze your way to... Oh! Why? Why don't people take me seriously?
It's fucking 30 seconds, dude. It's so long. It's only like obscenely long transition between hubs. Yo, Dub, thanks for the good luck. Coming to the best level. What's up, Roddy? Yeah, no, Tomin did a really good job getting it out as soon as he did. I haven't noticed any issues in the run so far with it. Tomin is a legend. 3 games in a row, he's just fucking, like, saved us. Was extremely interesting in terms of cycles. Shame Spiral was unsavable. What even ended up being the issue with Spiral was just like how different all the load screens looked. This level gives me Coco vibes, like the Pixar film. Yo, Gamba, thanks for the good luck. I gotta figure out how to do this better, because this section feels really slow to me. This is fine. Offbeat is a level that I definitely think needs to be looked into a lot, because I feel like we can do so much more here. This is your least favorite crash in Kokolo. Casually and like aesthetically, I really like it, and like in the context of a speedrun, I don't necessarily hate it, but I do know why people do. It is very, very hard to go fast in this level. You know, casually this level is fantastic, but like I understand why people don't like it in the run. I do like the entire last minute is just a fucking auto scroller. It's a nice break. Man, I'm so glad I had a mask. What the fuck? If I ever die here, I'm gonna fucking cry. It's funny because like in the context of like the casual playthrough, it's such a nice breather after Tranquility Falls and then just going into like everything just like letting loose. I do like the New Orleans hub. The future levels feel out of place. I think someone described the Snacks Dimension as like it was a hub that they made for like a trailer and then they had to figure out how to fit it into the game somewhere. Mass saves live 20 fact. I don't know. I still like the Snacks Dimension, like aesthetically. Food Run I think is a really cool level. Rush Hour, like I've grown more fond of the more I play it. I still don't think it's great, but I don't hate it anymore. Crit Skip sucks.
He'll get every last one of yous.
Bingo Dial said a no-no word. Said ugh. Has anybody tested to see if jumping with Dingo Doll is faster? Because I swear it still feels like it, but I haven't bothered checking.
I made all them tablecloths myself.
It just looks funky. I think there's no difference. Fucking depression. But it looks so cool. It does feel like it. Maybe we should just do a pass through where I just run and see what happens. Half the time you accidentally hover an inch off the ground. I just tap the button, I don't even hold it. Dude, I'm godlike. Tap it before. Oh, damn. Oh, NST, yeah. The game where Crash falls like a fucking brick on PC. Dude, it was. I remember like the last time I did like NST 2, which was like a couple of weeks before this game came out. And I was trying to figure out why everybody was telling me that the Road to Ruin 1 cycle was so garbage and like too precise and not hard. I was like, dude, I did this all the time and never had a problem with it. And then it hit me, I was like, what if it was easier on console because of the higher, like the slower fall speed? And I tested it and I dropped to 30. I was like, yep, that was it. And then I proceeded to no longer do it.
How do you like them wampus?
You should have thought of that you would have switched to 30 FPS for the 315. Just for the 315? Oh, do you not? Are you not good with the Hondo strat? Hondo strat always felt super awkward to me just because of the way the camera moved. .315 was the only time you'd run the game fair. I don't know if I told you that, but to avoid the agonizing torture of what a 421 would be like, I came up with the idea of 348 gem, which is all gems, Hondo, 108, and ACG. You can whole skip that. I just forgot. I don't know how much it matters because of ropes anyway, but you know. Fuck off. That is the only rope in the game that bothers me. It's just that one. All other ropes are fine and everybody else is bad except for me. Nah. That rope doesn't even usually give me trouble. It's just today. I'll skip those also. Those barrels are weird. Okay. Gotta come up to the 421. Fuck that shit. Fucking wall. Why is it just like slightly? Look, that should be lined up better with the ramp. Throw an F. I think I'd rather do the 106 than NF and deal with 101 loads. So considering trying out 106 this weekend, Godspeed, dude. What the fucking gets me stuck there? I'm so confused. I should just do this level normally once to see what's there. Careful again now. What else is there? I was trying to hug all the way to the right to avoid hitting the nitros, but every time I do that I get snagged there. Can get through a run or two of ACG to prepare for. Yeah, I feel like ACG is like the biggest prep, and then I guess like a little bit of any percent for plat relics, but no, I've died to nitros there. If I don't hug all the way to the right, I hit nitro there, which is why I try to keep a mask for that.
Right then. Need a hand.
But if I hug all the way to the right, I get snagged, but then I don't hit the nitro. I don't fucking understand this skip. Up to that point, I don't understand. When we get to the jet board, I stop understanding the skip. I need to be better at this. The lead up to that, I've let myself get complacent with this level. Everything else about that I feel pretty clean on. Trying to remember, someone told me that they thought the Snow Way Out bonus was horrible, and I was just like, I've done so much demo, the Snow Way Out bonus is fucking clean to me. That was a weird way to do that. Y'all gotta watch my IGN video. So many Snow Way Out strats. Legitimately though, like, I would actually really recommend watching my All Gems run of the demo, if anything, for Ship Happens. There's a lot of crazy shit you can do in that level, and then you realize that makes the level annoying, but it's fast. Is there any places I consistently die every run? Ah! Hit the Road is a pretty common one. I need to work. I need to get my muscle memory better there. Yeah, Rude Awakening's hard to do like super fast. Like catching the first cycle is actually like a pain in the dick. I've gotten better at Insanity Peak, but Rude Awakening is still rough. I slowed in a lot at the first cycle just because I'm like, I'd rather lose the second than reset again. I hate these enemies so much. They're like one of my least favorite enemies in the game, if not my least favorite. Dude, this level's so fun now that I've practiced it. I actually really like this level. Please listen to me. Dude, Stay Frosty is like slowly becoming one of my favorite levels. No memes. Yeah, like really depth. Like I don't mind Snow Way Out full completion entirely, but Ship Happens going for completion is fucking awful. That level drove me insane when I was running the demo. But like the hub is so good in any percent. Yeah, Ship Happens Crate Loud is garbage. Let's just put a bunch of like random crates all the way on the other side of the fucking level because fuck you. And it's crazy because like Snow Way Out, again, I don't mind, but then you have to deal with like Ship Happens. I don't know how Stay Frosty is completion wise, but I would expect that it's probably not that great. And then we don't even need to talk about this level. Funny enough, most snow levels in Crash games are great. I honestly agree. Like, Snowgo in Crash 2 is really cool. Snowbiz is like one of my favorite levels in that game, if not like my favorite overall. And then Cold Heart is like, Cold Heart is difficult, but I do think it's also a very well-designed level. And then, like, I mean, I don't even know if I want to count Huge Adventure because that game is just consistently bad. Huge Adventure is like probably the only Crash game with bad snow levels. Because fucking Snow Job. The other two snow levels in Huge Adventure are really great. Yeah, Ice Climb is a really cool level also. I think High Seas Hijinks is cool too. Slipslide is fine as long as you're not going for gems. And even then, it's really only 2 gems that suck in that level. Thought that was gonna kill me. To be completely honest.
About that.
Let's see, Wrath of Cortex had Arctic Antics, which is not bad. It's a bit much for a level 1, but overall it's not a bad level. Avalanche is like mostly fine. And it has the first bonus that goes right to left. And I'm very mixed on Force of Nature. But it has the best level of all time, Ice Station Bandicoot, so... Bash has Bearminator. Yeah, but that sucks, so... Also, Bash isn't a real video game, so... You know. Alright, time for the run kill. Actually, yeah, the place where I consistently die in the run is this fucking boss fight. Oh, I also forgot in this hub you have to deal with bears repeating. Or not bears, building bridges. Bash is the only real video game. This is an incorrect statement. Yokomori.
Giant deadly missiles.
Yeah, the load remover is public. We're letting people like publicly test it now. It's working fine.
Ow! Punchbot Mark II is for punching you, not me.
Yeah, it's in the resources tab on SRCom now.
This one.
I really thought that was gonna hit me.
Stop! All right, have it your way. The anti-marsupial missile is my own design. Do you like it? What's that Bandicoot, Punchbot?
I don't know how I didn't die, but I'll take it. Yeah, dude, slow walking was fucking AIDS in NST. It was actually the hardest strat in the game.
Did I do that?
Alright, this is not the part I need to worry about. This is the phase I'm worried about, because if you die here, it's like 40 seconds. Assuming you don't die again.
I wonder what happens if I hit all the buttons at once. Feel the wrath of Cortex.
Ugh. Yo, Tadon, thanks for good luck. He said it! He said the thing! And then at the beginning of the fight, he says it's about time. You know, when you really think about it, The Wrath of Cortex is such a weird title for that game. I remember when I was like really little and like Wrath of Cortex first came out. I didn't know anything about the game and I just saw the cover art and I saw like the silhouette of Crunch in the background. And I thought it was like this huge ass, like swole as fuck Cortex. I was like, oh my god, he got so angry that he just like buffed himself. Crunch Time would have been a good one or something. Would have made more sense. I was like, oh my god, Cortex like evolved himself. And that's what they mean by the Wrath of Cortex, and then it's just Crunch. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, how shiny it was, true. See if I can do the fast here. Not exactly the fast I was looking for. I do not trust that. I was a little too slow there. Mind of Mutant did have the Jack Cortex. I've practiced the Cortex boss fight a lot. I forgot to practice the second one today. I definitely should have done that, because I don't know if I'm comfortable with the jump that Depp found. Whether or not I go for that depends on how far ahead I am. Or behind. If I'm really fucking far behind, then I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, all the bosses in Crunch, or in Wrath of Cortex, there's Crunch, and then there's Crunch, and there's also Crunch. Oh, there's also Crunch. But my favorite boss in that game is Crunch.
Let's see how these prehistoric predators like my black.
Why would they put a nitro there?
They laughed when I added blockification. Well, who's laughing now? Me. Ooh, bouncy.
Can you jump? Like, fuck, dude.
Ooh, I've never tried a volcano lair. Do good guys have
I'm gonna vote
volcano
Cortex
lairs?
least likely to fucking work properly.
Much to learn.
Cause I get the weirdest misinputs with this idiot.
On second thought, no volcano lair. I can feel my nostril hairs sizzling.
Yeah, for all my faults I have with KH3, I will acknowledge it is a very pretty
Haven't seen
game.
mushrooms that big since I left the Gigantizotron running overnight.
This is gonna gold. I don't know why, but it did. The data battles are the only redeeming thing for you. My feelings on KH3 are complex. Stream for the rest of the song as well. Have I pushed on Cortex's grandfather's triangular fossa? Not yet, but it's in the plans. Oh, it's fine. No, that was clean. I'll be honest, in regards to the final boss of Mind Over Mutant, I was just happy it was Cortex for the first time in like 5 years. Like the last time he was a final boss before that was a huge adventure. Unless you want to count Purple, where it was him and Ripto. Was that really that slow? Maybe I didn't hold the slide out for long enough. That's probably what happened. That does not look like it's a whole skip that should work, but it is. My eye itches, and this is the problem. Dude, imagine if I didn't die. This would probably be a pretty big one. That's my overall thoughts on Crash 4. Top 2 Crash game. I like it just as much, if potentially more, than Twin Sanity, which is before the release was my favorite Crash game. This game is really fucking good.
May I assist?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm definitely more emotionally attached to Twin Sanity, but this game does so many things well that it almost like makes up for that. Oh, no, honestly, I'm fairly attached to this game also, like story-wise and shit. How did that even happen? Obviously not as attached as Twin Sanity, because Twin Sanity is special. I think the biggest selling point for this game is that I absolutely think this is the direction the series should be going. As much as I love Twin Sanity, if you asked me which direction I think is better, this or Twin Sanity, I would say this. Full completion is definitely very questionable in this game. I do think it's too repetitive, which is one of my few criticisms for this game. But I also don't think full completion should define how I feel about a game. Because out of the sheer number of games I've played, and so many of them are my favorite, how many have I actually 100%ed? The answer is not a lot of them. I think they could have used Entropy more for sure, but I also think they opened up the possibility of him being like a big threat in a future game also. Alright then. No, I want that. Don't remember. I think there's a checkpoint over here, actually. I didn't need that then. They put these checkpoints right next to it, but I can't put one at the end of this fucking section. Yeah, inputs, dude. I guess. I hate this. This is really annoying if you die. Like, the cycle just becomes obnoxious. I think the masks in this game were fantastic. The masks are straight up one of the best gimmicks they've ever thought of. At least they fixed this, apparently. Saw Crash 4 figures on a website called uTunes. Yeah, I think I've seen those. Fucking out for lost, dude. Like, that section is honestly fine until you die, and then it just blows. Because, like, I know how to do that with, like, the cycle when I reach it, but when I respawn there, it's so annoying. At least it's not shipping error. Shipping error fucking makes me want to die. What does the load remover do? Exactly what it sounds like it does. Just gonna get that mask. I don't really think I need it anyway.
I swear I left my card parked right there.
Bandicoot power!
My sixth card stolen.
Uncle Drew, thank you for the sub.
My wife's
Totally not terrified. I mean, I wasn't even expecting Oxide to be in this game at all, so...
Attention crew! Asteroid field ahead! Buckle your seatbelts! We're hit! Unbuckle those seatbelts and fix life gear! Quickly, minions! Prepare master and escape from the ship!
Hi, fellow speedrunner. What's up, Patrick? Alright. Have a good night, Dash. Does it instantly go to the black loading screen? No. It doesn't, like, force the game to skip anything. It just subtracts it from the time. Yep, this is the Crash game that came out earlier this month. I just take damage there because there's a mask in the Tim section. That was stupid. Why did I even do that? You have a request. Depends on what it is. Weird there. Probably the scariest part of the level, so once I get that there, it's usually fine. It's either that or this part. No, I would say this part's like a little more tame. Let's see you do that. I don't even know why I thought that was gonna work. DM me and then maybe we can talk, Patrick. But I don't want to make that decision right now. All good. I just don't want to say like yes immediately. I want to think about it. Well, that worked. I didn't think it would, or I didn't know if it would, rather. The species is called Snurgle. This guy is called Tim because that's what we decided. I have said it, therefore it is canon. His name is Tim. Kind of just looks like a Tim, you know? I don't need to jump over that, I can just... Well, apparently that's a place I died in my PV, so... That would have been fine if I didn't just die in that really dumbass way. I just didn't even think about... I was like, maybe I should jump, and I just didn't. Alright, who's ready for a 1-minute break? Alright, sounds good, Patrick. Tim is greater than Polar. Honestly, in this game, he kind of is. Polar kind of sucks in this game.
Door between dimensions.
Reality-shattering proportions.
Interdimensional domination.
Something monumentally stupid.
Not from our universe.
Burrow's hella missed. What the fuck do you mean? Kick some. That is straight up just like a solid over a minute.
In my universe, bandicoots are considered pests, as fit for extermination as a housefly.
Oh, how modern. Tell me.
Some keep them as pets, but I find it disgusting. I much prefer spiders.
Well, it's better than Purra. I don't know. The older I get, the more I become a cat person.
So elegant, spiders.
So many
Fuck
living
me,
legs
dude.
to pull.
I am so bad at this section. Just this section. It fucking dropped my jump. Like, really? God, I hate this shit sometimes. No, Pearl levels are super BS. What do you mean? Tiger levels are fucking trash in Crash 3.
How our lost puppies found its way home.
Let's put them down. Activate the security lasers.
So tigers are cats. This might shock you.
Enough! I won't be foiled by a flea bag. Time to die.
I don't know if you've ever tried to go fast in Orient Express or Midnight Run. Doesn't fucking work. In either version of the game.
I'll squash this bug.
Okay, let me clarify. Have you gone fast while breaking every box? Alright, I guess some people just like masochism. I would take any of the polar levels in Crash 2 before any of the tiger levels in Crash 3. And it's both versions of Crash 2 and both versions of Crash 3. Totally Bear's fine. Totally Bear really isn't BS at all. The worst part about Barrett is, yeah, just like it's really more the crate formation at the end. Plats with Polar are far worse. No, I'm talking about like, I'm not talking about time trials. I'm talking about fucking like full completion. Yeah, I do not trust that. The only like Barrett is mostly fine. It's just like the last 3 boxes, and it's only in like the original Crash 2 where they're really a nuisance. I guess the first set aren't really that great either, but they're better than the last 3. And then like Bear Down sucks for reasons that do not have to do with Polar's movement at all. It has to do with the level design. Totally Bear is really good. Orient Express and Midnight Run are both infuriating to complete fast, though. You're going for 100%. I really fucked that up. This is not even hard. Crash games are great. Well, most of them. Some of them are... Imagine if I didn't die, though. Personally, not much of a Crash fan. Yeah, I think this one's great. This is definitely one of the best ones they've ever made. Crash speedruns are definitely entertaining. Just because most of them are super broken. It's a pretty recent one. It was found like a few days ago. Kills your nostalgia, say this is the best. You grew up in the trilogy. So did I, but the trilogy isn't even my favorite. I don't even really love Crash 3 all that much, to be honest.
Let's see if these tall poppies know how to smoke.
I do think Crash 3 is still one of the better games in the series, but I really don't... I don't adore it as much as like a lot of other people do. 2 is my favorite of the original trilogy, but funnily enough, it's my least favorite of the Insane trilogy. I would like tag team racing if the racing portion of it wasn't terrible. Like, I think the platforming part of tag team racing is actually really well done. But the racing is so bare bones.
Does this mean I have
and like it has a cheese strat in every single race, which is just find Engine or Nina, latch onto them, let them drive, and then detach at the end. Crash 1 I actually do think is one of the best games in the series. Like when you get past all like the archaic and like dated pieces of it, you have an extremely well designed platformer that is like probably too difficult in some spots, but overall, I think is a fair challenge. And I do think it has some of the most fascinating level design. What are my thoughts on Twinsanity? It is my favorite Crash game, not counting this. Like, not counting this because this game just came out, but like, of every game in the franchise besides this one, Twinsanity is my favorite. Yeah, and NSS makes Crash 2 really fun to run until it starts dropping your inputs, and then it becomes a method in frustration, but still a cool run. Yo, that sucked. I have no idea what this cycle is, but it kind of sucks.
I keep on franchise
Yo,
because I
this
saw my
is
future
disgusting.
Oh, bollocks, my head hurts.
Yo, Josh, thanks for your luck.
Wonder what the local delicacy is here. I hope it's spicy and fried.
Honestly, like, I'm so conflicted on like which version of Crash 1 is better. Because like Crash 1 makes a lot of like objectively good changes. Like in NST. NST makes a lot of good objectively good changes to Crash 1. But I still feel like it does have like a handful of setbacks that are kind of hard to ignore. And while, like, the original Crash 1 is definitely very dated, I feel like a lot of it is stuff that you can, like, get over. Or you can, like, get used to, rather. Maybe not get over. Like, the whole, like, you can't die in a level to get the gem. Yes, it's annoying and it's arbitrary difficulty, but after a certain point, I'm kind of just used to it in the original Crash 1, so it doesn't even bother me anymore. Also, like, this game kind of does the same thing to you anyway, so, like... The save system in the original Crash 1 is really fucking bad, but at least it has like a password system to kind of get around it. And like it's not hard, like there's a password generator if you want to just like copy your exact progress you had up to that point. not being able to use analog kind of sucks, but the game is very blatantly designed, and with that in mind, it's a very linear game. Like, very more linear than any of the other, like, 2 or 3, I would say. Whereas, like, Crash 1 on NST fixes a lot, but also has more setbacks. The physics are mostly fine, but Crash 1 is definitely the most bounce heavy, and where NST has like really slow bounces for God knows what reason, it does suffer from it a lot. Most notably the high road, or like the Brio bonus in Heavy Machinery, the bonus in Slippery Climb. Honestly, like, bonuses being mandatory to be in line with 2 and 3, honestly, I consider kind of a negative, because a lot of those bonuses, you could tell they didn't intend those to be completed with, like, full box completion. So it's like, it's a lot of ups and downs with one NST. Are there any Crash games you wish would get a remake? Nope. They remade the 4 that they need to, and now I want them to just make new games. Do that? Okay, fine, I guess. I don't even want them to remake Twins. I want them to leave Twins alone. This section's so obnoxious sometimes. Now I'm just choking it. Somewhere along the lines I just forgot how to play this part, I guess. Come the fuck on, dude. It's really not that hard. Really can't believe I choked that hard. It's really not that bad. I just played it like a fucking moron. Like, it's really not as bad as everybody says it is. It's not easy, but 90% of that was just me being a complete fucking idiot. What games do I personally not enjoy but at least like to watch speedruns of? Is this in general or in the Crash series? In general? I don't know. I didn't die. Whatever. Another thing about that. I like Super Mario 64's design, but I think it's extremely clunky, which makes it hard to play if you didn't play it when you were younger, aka me. I don't know, games that I tend to watch speedruns of are games I enjoy in the first place. I wouldn't go as far as to say I dislike them, but I really think Spyro 2 and 3 are cool speedruns despite not loving them casually. I don't even think they're bad casually, I just don't like them as much as I like Spyro 1. Like, not even close to the same amount. Spyro 1's always been the one I loved. Even, like, as a kid, I really loved Spyro 1. I never played Spyro 2 when I was younger. And then Spyro 3 I played, but never finished. Any games I would like to speedrun feel like I can't due to length or difficulty? Not really. I learned how to speedrun Twin Sanity, which is a notoriously difficult run. So now that I've learned that, I feel like if I tried hard enough, I could learn anything. I don't understand these rats. I swear I normal spun that earlier. These rats are so fucking stupid, dude. 106 isn't difficult. 106 is long and repetitive. It's like theoretically no more difficult than ACG. It's just longer. And it's just a fucking test of endurance. Yeah. Honestly, I think learning Twins did a huge amount to help my mentality. I suppose I tried to learn Jack 2 and gave up after Mars Tomb, but it wasn't that it was too hard. It was more that it was a run I tried to learn immediately after Twins, so it was like 2 really hard runs in a row. And it was more that because I was trying to learn it at AGDQ, I figured I didn't have enough time to properly learn it because it is such a hard run. It wasn't like when I tried to learn Spyro 1 where it was like, it's hard, but a lot of it is just like memorizing the level layouts. Like that didn't bother me too much. But like Jack 2 is such a trick-heavy game that I don't feel like I could learn that in a week, and I wanted to do other things, so. But I feel like if there was any run that I sat down and was like, I really want to learn this, I could do it.
Please, listen to me.
I'm gonna go with what I know here. I could have gold if I didn't die. Is this run deathless? No. You see that snacks dimension split? No. My main speed game currently is this, but not counting this, I'd say at this point is Twin Sanity. Like, I would say Twin Sanity's overtaken both NST and 2 for me. Yeah, no, there's still a lot of bad mistakes in this. I really choked the hell out of the end of Rush Hour, which is kind of sad. Because I really don't think the Frogger section is as awful as everybody says it is. And it was definitely like a lot of me being an idiot. It's your most recent grind. That's fair. I would say like discounting this because it's new. Crash Twinsanity is the speed game I enjoy the most. I was definitely really late on that cycle. Starling Link's Awakening. Oh, that'd be cool. I'm not gonna go for this because the cycle's really weird, regardless. So. That's how far forward I went. Jet Fusion. Never played that game. Watched the movie. I think my best mentality has definitely been in Twins. Just because Twins is so fun that I kind of just accept when things go bad. Because I know how hard the game is. I was definitely really slow on this.
Favorite food, buttered noodles, butter on the side. Kendrio, change the password to my diary. This brute is snooping.
Come on. That was really where I choked it, huh? That's tilting. See if I can clutch out the last two splits. That's kind of depressing, to be honest. I definitely prefer 100%. I honestly don't think Twins any percent is that fun. It's silly, but it gets really, really old really fast. Hundo is so fucking sick, though.
You'll never find me, Neo-Cortex. This castle is a maze. I alone know all of its secret halls and passages. Like the one behind the portrait of Grandfather that opens when you press on his triangular marker.
All hubs and or any percent node dimension skip, whatever they wanted to call it, that definitely should have become a thing. I've never played any of the Rare games. Just didn't grow up with any console that they were on.
Embryo, quickly! Revoke this fraud hologram access! No, Embryo!
Gotta be ballsy for this.
Fraud. I'm from the future! You must listen to me! Embryo, do you not recognize your own master? I'm the real Cortex! No, Embryo, I am!
Ding dong, ding dong! Oh my, sounds like the doorbell. I'd better go see who it is.
I've been wanting to play Banjo-Kazooie, at least, and maybe DK64, because I do own an N64 now. I just didn't have one as a kid. Oh my god, am I really that stupid?
Help! Anyone! We have situation.
Alright, I saved it.
I'm not a doppelganger. No, forget it. There, that'll shut me up.
Little sketch. Not my best. Definitely not my best, but it's gonna go by a lot. Oh, Conker's Bad Fur Day is another one I want to play, but that game is pretty expensive, I think. Yeah. Thankfully, like, I've had that happen before, so I kind of had an idea of how to save it. Yeah, that section is really tricky the first time you do it, but the more you play it, the more you get used to it. It's really not that bad. Alright, I'm not going to do the jump that Depp found here, because it's like... Do I have PMW? Remind me what PMW is, I'm sorry.
Did you jump on the shoot-o-matic?
Oh, Pack? Yeah, I do. I just haven't played it. It's one of the games that I picked up at, like, E-Starland and just haven't played.
Just relax and accept.
Or no, I didn't pick it up at E-Starland. I picked it up at a store in Maryland.
Shoot-o-matic! Shoot on that! Assistant, go!
Nitros. Is that like where you zigzag on like both sticks or some shit?
Annihilator! Fire!
Or like the D-pad and the analog stick or something. I tried to get into Earthbound because I have it on the Wii U PC. I'm just like, it's really hard for me to get into RPGs. I'm gonna try to get sometime though.
I might flip. Yes, your whole world is upside down. Confused? Disoriented? I can see your tiny brain cells frying themselves. Assistant, help!
I'm gonna take this phase safe.
Can't keep up the pace.
Just because this jump is actually kind of tricky. Or the jump to the second one.
Slowly. Ready, set. Power before court. Unbelievable. Assistant, go. Rude. Enough. I'm bored of your shenanigans. Blast it! Assistant, help!
That's how it's done.
That kind of sucked.
Not like this.
Have I discovered any skips or useful glitches in a game? No, I generally more like optimize movement or like routing. I think routing is my strongest point, but this game doesn't really have any routing. I optimized Spaced Out and Crash 2 NST, at least on PS4, and then a couple other people optimized it further on PC. So like, there's a couple things, but mostly it's just movement and and like routing.
And I won.
God, that run was bad.
First order of business.
The end of it was really bad, at least. Like the middle of it was actually really solid. But like, I really choked like the last 3 hubs, I want to say.
We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex. Dr. Vortex? The vortex What are you going to do to me?
Looks like somebody needs a little time out. Somewhere he can't cause any trouble.
Enjoy the end of the universe!
Dingo's Diner is back and ready for you. Take a day to delectable dishes inspired by my interdimensional travels. Enjoy the breeze with our innovative 3-in-1 dining room design. Dingo's Diner, health and safety rated D for delicious.
Warning, D is a failing sanitation grade and does not stand for delicious.
Peace at last.
Almost there, good thing. Yes! Victory! Hey, Crash, you're in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Any games I wish would get more speedrunners? Twinsanity.